The first set of phones, which are the $100 to $200 phones, I have 3 different ones that I would recommend. Now, the very first one I would recommend is the Google Pixel 3a. This specific device was a beautiful device when it first came out, and I thought at that time it was probably going to be the best phone of that year. It's funny enough, nobody really talks about it anymore, but this phone was just released in 2019, and it's a killer phone. It still has a pretty good looking display. It's an OLED display. It had a really good camera setup on it, and even at that time, it wasn't super expensive. It was a pretty budget phone, but especially now it has gone down in value quite a bit, and you're getting some really nice features built into this specific type of phone. You're getting a really decent, single camera setup on the back. But my favorite thing about the Pixel 3a is the software. You're going to be getting a really good version of software on it. It's stock Android if you can't tell or if you didn't know. And you're going to be getting software support for at least like 2 more years or something. There's also a pretty big development community. So the custom ROMs are also there on this device as well. So in terms of the Pixel 3a, that's probably my first recommendation in this price tag. Now the other 2 ones, specifically I have one, the LG G8. This was a phone that I was kind of hesitant to put on here just because I don't really think it's an amazing phone right now because, the software isn't that great. And these phones just lose their value like crazy. It is insane. This phone hasn't even came out that long ago. And I've been seeing a ton of these for less than $200 in so many places. Now, it doesn't have an ugly design on it. It has a pretty good display for the most part. The camera setup on the front's not bad. The camera on the back, or the cameras on the back, aren't that bad either. And this phone kind of was a flagship device. So it still feels pretty premium, which is something I really do like. It feels really, really premium for the type of phone you're getting. But I feel like the biggest downside of this device is the software. And that might be why the price just went down like crazy on this specific phone. And the final phone that I would probably recommend at this price tag, the $100 to $200 device, is the OnePlus 6. Now, this device, in my opinion, is a really, really good phone. This phone has a lot of capability for sure. It definitely isn't like the most, best looking thing anymore. It doesn't have like the craziest amount of features, but for sure, for anybody's task they have to go day by day, you're going to be getting a really good experience off this type of phone. The performance was pretty good. The software is really, really good in my opinion still, and there's still a development community behind it. You can still get a lot of features out of it that way. So definitely when it comes down to it, the OnePlus 6 is one of those phones that I'd recommend at this price tag. Now,